So in our last video, while we were doing the Apple analysis, I forgot to kind of see what we're or summarize what's going on. So actually, what we're seeing was from the analysis is that every time there's a breakout, there's a sharp decline. So I would say just continue watching the momentum, like by volume. I mean that's just what it's seeing. Let's see. I could ask you one question before we look at Nvidia. I would say, based on the breakout patterns, so far for the last year, um, what would be the volume to watch for to know that the stock is declining? Also, okay, let's look at that one first. That should be interesting. Kind of gives us an idea of what to expect next week. Let's give it a sec. Till yeah, it's gonna be an interesting week. So excited to look into Nvidia. Let's see what we can do with Nvidia. After this is done. Apologies if you came here for Nvidia. Okay, I cannot process this. Okay, let's rephrase. Okay, so um based on Apple breakout patterns for the last year, for the last year would be nice. For the last 3 months, can you suggest a volume range to watch out? Volume range to indicate that the momentum is low. Uh, is low. Oh, let's see that. Okay. Yeah, I hope this is able. Okay, so we have action. So because based on the analysis of Apple stock performance, for Apple stock, a daily trading volume falling within the range of 30 million to 45 billion consistently indicated period of low momentum, often corresponding to price consolidation or sideways movement. Okay, so 45 million. No, no. Let's see what we had. Friday we had 56 million. We had 51 million. So still in the range. We had 69 million. So still in the range. Hmm. Right, let's see more. Uh, Pros presentation. The analysis of Apple daily trading volumes over the last 3 months reveals a clear pattern. High momentum days, on days with significant price move, either up and down, volumes have consistently exceeded 70 million. On days of major breakouts, they surpassed 90 million. So we're looking at that 45 million range. I think we're close. This is 56. Um, so we have low momentum, and yeah, that's a wrap for Apple. Let's take a look at Nvidia. Okay, we're gonna start by just finding out the price. What's the current price of Nvidia? Yeah, we're gonna wait for it to go get the data for us and present it. Um, okay, that's taking a while. Okay, so we have action. If I go to let me pull up Nvidia real quick. Uh, okay, where's the search? Okay, um, okay, let's do. All right, for some reason, okay, this seems to be wrong screen. Okay, this is okay. We're back. All right, I'm gonna pull up Nvidia real quick. Nvidia closed at 180.45 last time, so we have the right data. Um, so some of the things we're probably going to be looking at would be, or probably some of the things I would like to look at is the trend. So let's see. Um, let me let me go ahead and say, is the stock price? Oh, let's just do an in-depth analysis. Let's go ahead and perform an in-depth analysis on an Nvidia stock. Let's see. Okay. So like I said, this is supposed to be an assistant. It's just gonna help you kind of take a look at, help you know what to look for in your chart. Sometimes the chart can be confusing and not having all the information. And also, we know that a lot of things affect the stock market, like the news. So, this is just going to help you watch the trend or know where the trend is going. All right, let's see our result. It says Nvidia has recently experienced a slight downward trend with the stock closing at 180. The last trading day making 0.8% decrease over the past week. Okay, let's see what's going on. But last week, started seeing consistent decline dropping with trends suggest a short-term bearish sentiment in the market. True. Okay. Stock opened at 181, reached a record high of 181. Okay. So this is for, I'm guessing, the day or this week. Oh, okay. I see July right here. Okay. So it's trading volume of the last there was approximately 156 million. Okay, let's do an analysis by let's perform an analysis to see how the stock Nvidia has performed based on volume for the past 3 months. All right, so I'm guessing the news about um, Nvidia being taxed from China. I think something like that must have affected the market. One thing about news, they come and go, but the trend is something we should actually look for because when the news is out, I think most times it gets back to the trend, all depending on what kind of news it is. So let's see the trend. Let's see if we can get a correlation of um, how Nvidia reacts to market volume. All right. Okay. Cool. Of course, I can get you this price. So Nvidia trading volume. Okay. Trading volume over the past 3 months has shown significant fluctuation. Recent peak in July. All right. Let's see if we can get a correlation. Okay. Over the last 3 months, Nvidia's trading volume has been marked by several periods of highs in activity. The most notable spike occurred on July 31st. So let's go to July 31st. Let's see if we can find July 31st. Right, so July 31st, we had a 221 million volume. And that's something. Everyone seems to be here. And that was a sell. Okay. Okay. The volume reached 221.6 million. Okay. 14% increase from previous day. Okay. Well, this surge was accompanied by a breakout in the stock price. Of course, when a lot of people buy, there shouldn't be a shift. So where was the breakout to? Suggesting strong investor interest. Okay. Right. Following this peak, the volume gradually returned to normal levels, averaging around 150 million shares per day. So meaning, I mean, if so, it just would make sense if there was a huge sale, and then the next day the volume is like it has always been. Okay. The unbalanced volume has remained positive, indicating that the buying pressure has generally outpaced selling pressure. This suggests that despite some price volatility, the overall sentiment remains bullish, and I would agree to that. I mean, that's what the chart says as well. So let's see. The trading volume has been anything but flat. The stock saw a significant breakout, and so on and so forth. So since then, the volume has normalized with a 20-day moving average hovering around 150 million shares, and on balance volume. Key indicator of buying and selling pressure has remained positive, suggesting that the underlying trend is still bullish. The stock closed at 180, 45 on the last trading day. So the average volume is still there, and although it closed at a red, it's still showing some signs. Let's see. What are the percentage changes? What are the percentage changes in volumes in, should I say, 5 day? I don't know if this is the right word. 5 day moving average. I'd say 10-day moving average. 10-day moving average um before a breakout for the past 3 months. I always use 3 months because it's just most recent. All right, let's see if AI is going to be able to get us this data. I think that maybe let's see if we could see a pattern or something that might interest us and just give us a general insight on how the stock is moving in the market these days. Okay, keep on waiting. That should be a big one though. Okay, okay. I am sorry I encountered error. Maybe I was asking the question correctly, but okay. Show me. Let's rephrase. Let's reframe the question. Show me by percentage the change in volumes of um the stock before a breakout. All right, let's see. The idea here is I want to see if there's a pattern, if there's a trend, just a number we should look out. To kind of know when if it's declining or if it's actually inclining. So yeah, I could give it's gonna be a nice thing to see. Hopefully we can get this out. Okay. But yeah, overall, I think the volume looks great. yeah, with this, sometimes we give it a prompt, sometimes we just, just finesse our way around to get the data. And oh, there we go. Okay. This is 2 years. Oh, I should have said 3 months. 3 months would have been so better. 2 years, a lot of things had happened. Okay, let's see. Every time there's a major breakout, I'm just gonna use the last 3 months. So let's look for 2025. This is okay, this is July and August. Okay, so this July 15, 2025. I don't know. Okay, so this is here's the detailed breakdown of the percentage change in trading volume for each of the last 12 breakout events. All right, so we have July 15, 2025. So I'm gonna go to July. This is 15, 2025. There was a huge breakout and there was a 44% change. I wanted to see the percentage change a week before the breakout. I mean that would be awesome. All right, let me see if we can get that. But okay, so I'd say show me percentage change on the 5 days before. Show percentage change. Okay, I think I phrased that wrong. I'm just gonna copy that. Show percentage change. Show percentage change in volume of Nvidia stock 5 days before a breakout. Um, Limits to the last 3 months. All right, let's see if we got this. I mean, this is like complex analysis. Um, yeah, that sometimes we don't just see with our charts, but yeah, with the whole prompt, we should be able to. I mean, this should this. I mean, this is a kind of analysis I would want to do, or something I would want to see. A lot of people might want to see something better. Just leave it to your imagination, and yeah, that's what we're trying to achieve here. Okay, let's wait. Let's see what we come up with. Ping. Okay, something came out. So in the 5 days leading up to breakout events in the last 3 months, trading volume exhibited significant volatility with the most dramatic increase of 56% occurring in July 22, 2025, and that would be when? This day. Oh, that's a huge sell. Okay, so it opened at 171. That doesn't look like a. Oh, that's a dramatic increase of 56%, and that's in volume. So we have 193 million on that day, and we have 123, 146. This looks almost consistent in volume. Let's see. Okay, says in the 5 days leading to up to breakout events in the last 3 months, Nvidia's trading volume exhibited significant volatility with the most dramatic increase of 56% occurring in July 2022, 22nd, 2025. 2 days before a breakout, and the market decrease of 40% on June 2nd, 2025, one day before the breakout. Okay, let's see this. Let's see this real quick. So we have 160, we have 230, 230 million. So there was some massive change. Yeah. So we're looking at 56%. I mean, that would, on average, that's correct. We have 136 and then we have 230 million. Yeah, on average, that's correct. Let's go ahead 2 days before a breakout. Let's go ahead and look at the June 2nd breakout. Let's see how that looks like. So June 2nd breakout, we have a largest decrease of minus 40% on June 2nd, 1 day before a breakout. So June 2nd, we had 197 million. Oh man, and we had 225. Let's see, we had 170. Okay, we had 370. So I think this is an average. So this is a decrease weeks prior to. I mean, I'd love to really evaluate the statement, but let's go ahead and see what it has on the read more. Okay, let's read more. Let's see if we can get a general understanding of that. Okay, so boom, date before the breakout and then percentage change. So okay, in volume. So I'm gonna look at 2025 August 6th. We have a 12% drop. 8 6 2025. Okay, so we had 137 million was a 12% drop. Let's see. Okay. Okay. It was a 12% drop. And then they closed at a 179. Okay. Um, yeah, I don't understand that. All right. So the day before, that's a minus 12% drop. So opened at 179, high of 180, and then a low of 175 at 156 million. And then we had a 12% drop and a close at 179. So that's kind of like a setup for, I mean, for a boost. So the day we had more stocks, we ended up in the red. And the next day, all right, so this doesn't, I can't make logic out of this. I see August 4th, but I mean, we're looking at the whole week. So this, what I'm seeing, the pattern before the breakup is there's heavy fluctuation, um, heavy fluctuation. So I'm having minus 12%, I'm having 5%, I'm having minus 7%. So very volatile, which is consistent with what it said previously, July 22nd, 2025, we're seeing a 57% bump. And that's outrageous, really, really. Okay, that's outrageous. But yeah, this seems to be consistent with its analysis of being very volatile. So um I wouldn't even play with Nvidia. I think it's having a trajectory. um i I don't even know what the pattern is, but yeah, it's just something we should be aware of. But I think it's on a bull run, and the overall sentiment is bullish. Anyway, that's it for Nvidia. If you like the content, go ahead and subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. I'll see you on the next video.